Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally with Best Web Hosting for WordPress.net. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this Mochahost WordPress hosting review. So today I'm going to be telling you guys everything that you need to know about Mochahost, the WordPress specific hosting itself. Obviously, if you're on my channel, you're interested in creating a website using WordPress CMS platform. If that's the case, then this video is for you. If you're new here to this channel, you guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button right below, along with the bell, and that way any future videos, guys, that I put up, you'll be sure to receive them. If you don't know too much about me, I've been online for several years, been able to create different websites online using different web hosting providers. And Mochahost is an extremely reliable web hosting service that I wanted to point out to you guys today. In the event you want to create a WordPress website using their hosting services. In this Mochahost hosting review, I want to tell you guys about one, what does it cost to get started with their WordPress hosting itself? Two, I want to talk about the customer service because I think it's extremely important to know how the support works in relation to their competitors. I also want to talk to you about uptime. These three main areas, guys: cost, affordability, obviously, customer support, and also uptime for me as a blogger are extremely important to know before getting started with any web hosting company. So again, with Mochahost's WordPress hosting, I'm going to be going over all of these fine details. That way you guys will know exactly what you're getting into before you start creating your website today. I will be including some links right below that will give you a special discount on your web hosting services. So I definitely want you to take advantage of those. That way you can get your business off to a really great start today. Okay. So across the board, Mochahost is a very, very reliable web hosting service. They have great customer service and they're very affordable. And we're going to talk about cost first, because I think that's extremely important. And that's obviously something that you guys want to know about. Of course, with Mochahost's softwares, we're honing in on the WordPress, but you will have access to other CMS platforms such as Joomla and Drupal. There's Magento as well. But I personally, when it comes to creating websites, I prefer to use WordPress. It's just easier. It's more user friendly, and I think you guys will be very content with it over the other platforms itself, even if you're a beginner, with creating a website. So you'll notice off back that Mochahost has three different tiers that you can select from. There's a starter, premium, and advanced. What I recommend off back is that you select the plan itself that best fits your needs itself, your personal budget. I think across the board, Mochahost provides more than enough resources that you will need, and also marketing tools that you'll need for creating, your website today. With the starter plan itself, using the links below, you guys are going to get 50% off of your plan today using the links below. The starter plan is really ideal for beginners. You can create unlimited WordPress websites with it. All of the plans itself, Mochahost works off a cloud-based web hosting platform itself. What that means is that it's way faster than your typical web hosting providers that are online. And that's something that I'm going to talk about a little bit more later, speed and why is it important that you go with a cloud-based web hosting provider such as Mochahost versus their competitors itself. But going back to the starter plan itself, you guys will see that you get unlimited disk space. You get caching experience, which again promotes high speeds. There are plugins that you can install on your Cpanel itself, such as like Lightspeed, as well as some others that really, really promote quick and fast, page loads itself. But I think across the board, Mochahost is already on point when it comes to that specific area of speed. And so they have some inbuilt software and technology in place, guys, that really promotes high speeds across the board. With the starter plan itself, you'll get it today for $248 per month. Something awesome about Mochahost across the board is that they do give you unlimited free SSLs for life. Some web hosting providers will give you probably free SSL for probably a year. It may be a certain limit on how many you actually receive. But, with Mochahost, the awesome thing is that they give you unlimited free SSLs for life. Why is this important? Well, if you guys know, in 2018, Google made an extremely important announcement with respects to websites and how is it that they'll rank, online. Basically, what they said is that for websites that do not have SSL certificates, they're going to be marked unsecure. And so the cool thing about Mochahost is that they already prepare for that. They're prepared to give you, as their customer, free SSLs for life on your websites that you create, with them. So that's an extremely positive thing that I wanted to mention, with Mochahost, is that they're giving you free SSLs for life. Something else that I wanted to mention, guys, is that Mochahost, although they're cheap, they are like the number one web hosting provider when it comes to supporting like monthly visits itself. You may see that a lot of competitors of Mochahost, such as like SiteGround, for example, like they have 3 tiers as well that you can select from. But the range itself, they start off with like 10,000 hits per month. The second tier is 25,000, and the third tier, which is the Go Geek, that one handles up to 100,000 monthly visitors. But the cool thing about Mochahost is that on the very first tier, the starter plan itself, it's going to handle up to 100,000 monthly visitors, which is amazing. That's beyond. You won't find any of Mochahost's competitors online that provide that much in the way of like web traffic that can handle that much in the way of web traffic on the first tier. Most may do it or offer it, but on the third tier, which you're paying, probably 4 or 5 times as much per month doing that. But Mochahost gives you that up front. Their web servers can handle that type of traffic. You have around the clock malware and spam scanning of your websites, which is extremely important for security, to let you know that your website is always secure on their platform. And they're always working really hard, guys, to block malware and hacking, which is a very common thing today online. So those are some things that I wanted to mention off back about the starter plan itself. Of course, if you are wanting to migrate your website from a different host, perhaps one that you hate, maybe it's iPage, HostGator, maybe another one of EIG's own, companies out there. Won't mention, the names because there's so many of them out there. If you want to migrate your website over today, you can do that for free when you get started today using the links below for Mochahost. Looking at the premium and advanced plans itself, you see that the premium is $398 per month. The advanced is $648 per month, which is way cheaper than, again, the competitors online for Mochahost itself. Of course, with this, the real difference between the premium and the advanced versus the starter that we just went over, you can look at, obviously, you'll be getting more gigabytes of RAM, which is amazing. Also, you'll notice that the premium plan itself, guys, supports millions. So again, you won't find that across the board, with any of Mochahost's competitors. Millions of monthly visitors. For this price point, you won't find that anywhere. There are automatic backups on all of the plans itself, which is extremely important. Obviously, if something was to happen to your website, you know that it's backed up and you can restore it back in the condition that it was before it was interrupted. Something else that I wanted to mention, guys, that you get with the premium and the advanced plans itself that you do not get with the starter is that, one, you get free domains for life with your web hosting itself. Most of Mochahost's competitors probably will give you a free domain, but there's a restriction on it. Competitors may give it to you for just 1 year. With Mochahost, it's for life, which is amazing. You also do get free CDNs. If you don't know what CDNs are, basically what they do is help to distribute your files, your images, your website information fast across the web, no matter where people are trying to access your website online, be it, for example, we're in the US, if somebody's trying to access your website in Europe, Asia, Africa, wherever it is that they're located. If they're trying to access your website, CDNs help to better distribute your website's files faster, and that's what people want. People don't want slow loading pages. Likely they'll just go to your competitors, and that's one of the things that I wanted to mention that you will get for free with Mochahost's two plans here, the premium and the advanced as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about customer service. I mentioned that I wanted to cover pricing, customer service, and then lastly, uptime itself. How is it that Mochahost's customer service fares with their competitors? This is extremely important, guys. Something that you don't want to overlook with any web hosting, because in any event you have any issues or questions, it's very important to know that somebody is there 24/7 to be able to answer your calls. And that's exactly what you're getting with Mochahost. In fact, I know I'm doing this Mochahost WordPress hosting a review for you guys, and I'm giving you my personal opinion, going through this information as best I can with you. But also wanted to share with you guys what other people think about it. Of course, this is my unique review about Mochahost's, services, covering these bullet points, what I think is, most important, about the plans itself to help you to see, which of the three plans is ideal for you. But I also want you guys to know what is it that other people, feel about their services. To answer that, we're going to shoot over to Trustpilot as well. And I'm going to link to this right below. That way you guys can check out this site as well. Across the board, you'll notice that Mochahost has received 783 reviews on Trustpilot. If you don't know who Trustpilot is, basically they collect reviews, for any and every company that's on the web. Tons of companies have reviews, on this website, and you can very well just, key in the company that you're looking for under where it says search in the search bar, and you can find out information about them. But when you think about Mochahost, they have 5 stars across the board, with Trustpilot. Why do I mention this? Well, obviously, people feel very positive. They've left very positive reviews, online. But you will notice that there are some negative views on Mochahost as well. I want to point out that too, so that way you guys can consider both the positive and the negatives, about Mochahost before getting started with them. You will notice that of the 783 reviews that have been left on their website, 84% say that Mochahost's web hosting across the board is excellent. 84% say it's excellent. 11% say that it's great. 2% say that it's average, but 2% say that it's bad. So in this review, guys, from Mochahost, I wanted to point out the positives and also the negatives. Every web hosting company across the board that you'll find online has something negative that people may or may not like, about their services. And obviously Mochahost is not the exception with that. Just want to be honest with you guys in this Mochahost review to help you to see, again, what the type of service that you guys are going to be receiving, with Mochahost across the board. Obviously, the 84%, the 11% here speaks volumes for their customer service. And, obviously a company of the larger, they've been in business for 17 plus years. Obviously you're going to generate some level of complaint or discontent, with web hosting. No web hosting company online in, the 8+ years that I've been online, every web hosting company has generated some negative feedback from customers. And so again, I wanted to bring to you guys Trustpilot. It's a very authoritative website online that collects verified reviews from actual users of the company itself. Of course, I'm giving you my personal take on Mochahost, what I think, highlighting specs, with respects to their web hosting itself, features and things that you get with it. But you guys can see, again, what people think about their services, across the board. A lot of positive reviews. People talk about the great support. Everybody's so knowledgeable. You just get really great positive reviews across the board, guys. So I just wanted to highlight that to you to let you know that, of course, Mochahost does have some complaints. 2% say that the service is bad. 2% say that it was average. 11% said that it was great, but an amazing 84% of all of the 783 that reviewed them said that it was excellent. So I think, considering the big picture, guys, Mochahost is a super reliable web hosting service to create your WordPress website today, and I definitely recommend them to create, websites. Whether you're a beginner or you're somebody who wants to migrate a website to their platform itself. So we've covered today pricing. You guys can see obviously that Mochahost is very affordable. You guys are going to be getting a 50% discount today with a web hosting by using the links below. We talked about the customer service. It's 24/7 customer support that you guys have access to, not only phone-based, but also chat. And you can see that across the board, just considering one of many reputable sources online, that the customer service is excellent. And that's something to know before getting started. The next thing I wanted to cover with you guys is uptime. Uptime is extremely important because when people are searching for you online, when you create your Mochahost WordPress website today and you start, blogging and adding content to your website, obviously it's going to appear in the search engines, and that's what you want. But ultimately, when people search for you online, if they were to click through on your website, for example, if you were looking online right now and you were Googling, for a specific key term, and you clicked on my website and you got like an error message that said it's unavailable, it's under maintenance, or something like that, where the page itself didn't load, obviously you guys would just click off or bounce off my page and go somewhere else. And that's the same thing that would happen if and only if your web hosting provider didn't have good uptime. That's something that you do not have to worry about with Mochahost. They have 100% uptime across the board, guaranteed, 24/7, working for you all the time, every time. And I think that just knowing that off bat, that again, they've been in business for a very long time, since 2002. So we're talking 17, years in business, having good customer service, having great uptime and affordability. All of those things, in my opinion, as a blogger, are extremely important. So I just wanted to highlight these three main areas with you guys. Of course, there's a lot of things that I could talk to you about with respects to Mochahost, but one thing that I wanted to share with you guys is the Cpanel itself. Obviously, when you get started and you start creating, your websites, the cool thing about Mochahost's WordPress hosting platform versus just a shared is that you do have the ability to create unlimited websites off bat. With the shared itself, you kind of restrict it, but with the WordPress, unlimited websites you can create. So it's really ideal if you are into like network marketing, you have a home-based business, you're an affiliate marketer, and you need to create several websites, multiple websites for your particular brand or niche. The Mochahost WordPress hosting is really ideal for that. So the Cpanel itself, when you guys gain access to it, it looks like this. And basically you'll be able to, upload files. You can create and add on different domains by clicking right here on add on domains. If you want to do redirects, you can do that as well by just clicking on here, and you can purchase your domains. If you want to do a redirect and, for example, like buy a domain like at, I don't know, GoDaddy or Namecheap or so like that, and just, point your name service to Mochahost, you can do that and redirect it perhaps to an affiliate link if you want to do that. But if you simply want to just like add on domains itself, you can just click on here and you can add on domains by just typing in the domain here. And once you type in the domain itself and just click on add domain itself, from there, guys, what you're going to do is just drop on down to WordPress. You click on WordPress. Of course, you have different CMS platforms that you have access to, right? As I mentioned before, and you just click on install now, and you're going to select that very domain that you just added to, of course, install WordPress on that domain itself. And so I think across the board, WordPress is my number one software for creating websites online. I talk about that a lot in many of the videos that I have online. And so, again, I think that Mochahost is a super reliable web hosting platform to create WordPress websites on, and I definitely recommend them to get started today. So what I'm going to do for you guys is just leave some links right below. Use those to get started, and that way you can get 50% off of any of the plans that you guys see here. Okay, so I wish you guys much success in your endeavors online, creating your next website and your business, using Mochahost's WordPress services. If you guys have any questions, you can drop them below. Do two things for me if you haven't done so already. I want you to first subscribe to this channel. That way, of course, any future videos, guys, that I put up, you'll be sure to receive them. And hit the like button right now. That way you can let me know what you guys think about this Mochahost review, okay? So I hope I didn't go too fast in this review. I wanted to cover simply some bullet points. Of course, Mochahost has a lot of features and specs that you can take advantage of. You have at your disposal when you start creating your websites with Mochahost today. But I just wanted to highlight some bullet points that I felt were more important to highlight, with you guys. One thing that I forgot to mention is the money back guarantee. You will notice that with Mochahost's competitors online, I mentioned some in part like iPage, HostGator, SiteGround. There are a number of web hosting, providers out there that give typically 30 days. HostGator gives 45 days. Presidium gives 60 days. Kinsta 30 days. I'm trying to think about some others. DreamHost is 97. But something very, very awesome about Mochahost is that they give a 180-day trial period. That's out of this world. I mean, it's more than any of their competitors across the board. That's something that I almost forgot to mention to you guys in this Mochahost hosting review. So anyway, you have absolutely nothing to lose, guys. Get started today by using the links below, and I'll see you guys on the next video, okay? Take care. Thanks for watching this video.